Kind of going off topic here, but since Sam Raimi's directing, I'm sure all of y'all have seen the original Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. And
Mm-hmm.
J. Jonah Jameson directly mentioned Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no theorist here, but like I have a pretty good feeling they're probably going to connect those plugs. There's allegedly going to be a fight scene between Toby and Wanda, and apparently it's not going to end well for one of them. How does Toby fit into this?
Are we talking about in terms of Secret Wars or in terms of Multiverse of Madness?
Initially, Multiverse of Madness, but there are reports of him and Andrew returning for Secret Wars. But I think that could definitely potentially, connect, from Multiverse of Madness to Secret Wars. But how does Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fit into the Multiverse of Madness? I want to hear y'all's perspective on this.
So I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking about the spell that Peter Parker told Doctor Strange to cast on him to make everybody forget that he was Peter Parker. And I didn't think about the idea of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, that duality, when I was thinking, well, Spider-Man can't be in Doctor Strange because Doctor Strange doesn't know who and then I stopped myself. He doesn't know who Peter Parker is. Doctor Strange can know who Spider-Man is. So
I wonder, I'm not like 100% sure about this yet, but could the end of Doctor Strange potentially be another step in the direction towards a live action Secret Wars adaptation?
Oh, 100%. I thought you were going to say is the ending of Doctor Strange like the start of like Secret Wars, like they pull a Thor Ragnarok on us. No. But yeah, I think all of this, all these multiverse films, all of this is culminated into whether it's Avengers, Secret Wars, or I just hope the MCU gets into the habit of naming films with like comic book adaptations, just like Marvel Studios and
that you kind of know,
Studios, Secret Wars or something like that, to just so like it's encompassing not just the Avengers, not just the X-Men, not just the Fantastic Four, the Guardians, everybody, and the multiverse as well.
Honestly, I think that Sony is going to do at least try to implement the Marvel method where everything's interconnected, essentially. Mm-hmm. And, we'll have a Morbius movie, we have Venom, and then we have Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland's version. And I think everything will be interconnected. And maybe, just maybe, with their, there's a whole, Sony is going crazy with these Spider-Man spinoffs. And there's just so many rumors and speculations that either Toby, Tom, or Andrew will appear in these films. And I think that even with Morbius, prime example, there's Easter eggs from all three of their universes. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how Morbius implements this whole Spider-Verse aspect per se.
I think it'll be interesting at where they time Morbius, because I think that's the biggest key, because it could be after all of this, which then would mean something could happen in the movie that will make all of those Easter eggs make sense.
That's true. That is true. How about you? What are your thoughts on this, Terrence?
Glad you guys asked about Spider-Man, because guys, I do a lot of screenwriting. I write scripts and I write stories and stuff like that. Guys, I had like a really big pitch for the Spider-Man films and the Spider-Verse. And I think that, I hope that the MCU goes this route, but I think that Tom Holland Spider-Man 4 is going to be so much more than just Spider-Man 4. I think it'll be like a 3-man deal. It'll be like Spider-Man 4, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, and then Amazing Spider-Man 3. And I think all of these will have their separate stories that are all culminated into that big thing that I think is going to build up to absolute carnage. And then it'll come, and that'll be Sony's kind of Avengers Endgame Spider-Verse kind of thing. And then we'll bring those characters back over to Secret Wars to close that out, and then start rolling characters over from the Sony universe over into the MCU, like they did in Secret Wars 2015, and actually how Miles Morales got rolled over from the Ultimate Universe into the 616.
Pull the trigger and do a full-blown Spider-Verse movie, and even throw Miles in the mix with it too.
I actually think that's where they're going,
and I do too. Now, Madam Web is, obviously, I'm sure you all know that she's getting her own movie. I think Dakota Johnson's playing her character. But, there's not really too much substance to her character yet, because she's relatively a new character compared to like other characters in the Marvel universe. But I remember specifically, and like I know this is not MCU canon, but it just made me wonder. Spider-Man animated series is one of my favorite series like of all time. And Madam Web, she got different Spider-Men together to stop Carnage. I'm thinking to myself, but Terrence has a point here. Maybe, just maybe, she might drag all three of the Spider-Men together to stop a certain Carnage.
Maybe more too. Maybe
more, yeah. The possibilities are endless, just like the Multiverse of Madness.